Good morning, student. Welcome you all in the illumination and electrification of building video lecture session. In previous videos, we saw the construction and working principle of ultraviolet lamp, then its application of ultraviolet lamps. Next, we saw construction and working principle of neon lamp, application of neon lamp. Now, today we will see the metal halide lamp. This constructive diagram shows the metal halide lamp. It consists quartz envelope, mercury and metal halide atoms in the short arc tube. In between this arc and electrodes and the arc tube. So this lamp is known as mercury halide or metal halide lamp. It has a short arc tube. Inside it there are series of combined metal halide atoms within a single arc tube with output characteristic of different mixture of element. When such metals like sodium, iodide, thallium, indium, etc. are introduced into mercury arc tube, the mercury spectrum is suppressed, reducing the ultraviolet radiation, but added metal atoms partly compensated by causing a wide range of spectral bands to be emitted. It is possible to reduce or to produce white or green light if the metals are used in the element from they attack the discharge tube. To avoid this, instead of metals element from its halide is used like iodide, that is sodium iodide. The lamp requires high starting voltage, so it is provided by the igniter which is connected in series with the ballast. So basically it having a short arc tube consisting with the electrodes, and along with the mercury it having a metals like iodide, bromide, thallium, indium, etc. So when the high voltage is applied to that electrode, due to ionization of the mercury as well as the gases which will produce the arc in that tube, then due to vaporization of the metals like iodide, bromide, thallium, indium, it gives various spectrum such as a wide range of spectral bands to be emitted for the further use. ज्यावेळेस आपण मेटल हालाइड लॅम्पला व्होल्टेज सब्जेक्ट करतोय किंवा अप्लाइड करतोय त्यावेळेस इलेक्ट्रोडमधून ऑक्झिलरी इलेक्ट्रोड आणि मेन इलेक्ट्रोडमध्ये करंट फ्लो व्हायला स्टार्ट करतोय. शॉर्ट आर्क ट्यूब दिले आणि त्याच्यामध्ये शॉर्ट आर्क ट्यूबमध्ये वेगवेगळे ॲटम्स और मेटल्स हे इन्व्हॉल्व आहेत अलॉंग विथ द आर्गॉन गॅस अँड ड्रॉपलेट ऑफ मर्क्युरीज. ज्यावेळेस त्या गॅस आयोनायझेशन व्हायला स्टार्ट होतं आहे त्यावेळेस ती आर्क त्या दोन इलेक्ट्रॉन्सच्या मध्ये स्ट्राईक होते आणि ड्यू टू दिस आर्क जे काही कंटेंट्स किंवा मेटल असतील ते मेटल्स वेपोराईज व्हायला स्टार्ट करतात आणि ते वेपोराईज झाल्यानंतर त्या मेटलचाच वेपरायझेशनमुळं मर्क्युरी स्पेक्ट्रममध्ये अल्ट्राव्हायोलेट रॅडिएशन याच्यामध्ये ॲड होऊन ते मेटल्स वाईड रेंज स्पेक्ट्रल बँड्स म्हणजेच हाय इंटेन्सिटी लाईट प्रोड्यूस करायला स्टार्ट करतात. आणि याच्या दरम्यानच त्याचा स्पेक्ट्रम जो आहे किंवा कलर ऑफ लाईट जी आहे ती व्हाईट किंवा ग्रीन लाईटमध्ये मिळते आपल्याला. तर याच्यामध्ये आता सध्या मेटल हॅलाइड लॅम्पमध्ये आयोडाईड किंवा ब्रोमाइड हे जास्त वापरलं जातं आहे. म्हणजे सगळं प्रिन्सिपल वर्किंग ऑपरेशन सेम मर्क्युरी वेपर लॅम्पसारखंच आहे, बट याच्यामध्ये ॲडिशन विथ द मर्क्युरी ड्रॉपलेट्स डिफरंट मेटल्स आर used in that arc tube. This is what the metal halide lamp look likes. It having a short arc tube, gator rings, supports main electrodes and the external glass envelope, and the short arc tube, the material which is used for the short arc tube is quartz, and at the bottom there is a nickel plated threaded cap which is used to connect the lamp into the holder. Now this next diagram shows the wiring or the circuit diagram for the metal halide lamp. The lamps require high starting voltage which is fulfilled by the igniter itself. So in series with the ballast, igniter coil is used to initiate the arc between these two electrodes. So overall, due to arc and ballast, capacitor or power factor, for the improvement of power factor, capacitors are used. So wiring is very simple for the metal halide lamp. This metal halide lamp is uses for various application, like where the high intensity is required and where the natural light or a daylight effect is required. So the first application for the metal halide lamp is this is metal halide lamp installation. So this figure shows the metal or the reflectors in that the metal halide lamp is holding the holders. So these are the complete fixture of metal halide lamp which is used in the high intensity requirement areas. So first application is high bay interior installation. So here series of metal halide lamp or bay of metal halide lamps are used in industry, that is interior installation. So this picture shows what kind of intensity or what kind of light effect is received on the working plane. Next one is high bay exterior installation. So here for the exterior installation there is a supporting tower or supporting pole on which the fixture of or the series of fixtures for the metal halide lamps are mounted, and it looks like a guiding tower. So after it illuminates, it gives a white bright light onto the working plane. So this one example which are used in the airport for the utility purpose. So here a series of poles on that metal halide lamp are installed. The next application is stadium, into the stadium where color broadcasting is expected, means where the television or where television transmission is expected. Here a number of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 6 towers are used for to create a daylight effect onto the stadium. So this kind of uh, intensity level which are used on the working plane, so it gives a daylight effect onto the ground which is required to telecast or teletransmission for the television sets. So next one is application for the metal halide lamp, that is it works as a flood lighting or it used as a flood lighting projectors. So here into the house premises or residential premises, metal halide lamp or series metal halide lamp are used for covering the porch in front of the house. So next one is uh, metal headlamps or the floodlights are installed for the illumination of the complete building, that is for exterior application. This is how the building look like after the illuminating. So of course it is a commercial premises. So next one is types of lamp is laser, that is light amplification by simulated emission of radiation. It means laser. So first of all, how it works? The principle for the laser is when external energy is applied on an atom, electron jumps from lower energy level to higher energy level state. It means when any atom is subjected with the high external energy, then from that atom the electrons are jumps at a very high energy level state. So considering this equation or considering this principle, the laser is works. It emits electromagnetic radiation along with the light. Its color depends on frequency and wavelength. Means if we control the frequency and wavelength, then it will give a various color spectrum. Photon energy is released when afterwards electron goes to its previous lower energy level. The laser beam intensity depends on size of laser rod, optical cavity, location of reflective mirrors. म्हणजे as we all know, the laser beam reach up to the long distance. So the intensity of that beam is depends on size of laser rod. The laser rod which are in which amount or in which size the laser rod are used. Then optical cavity, then it nothing but or it is related with the uh, reflectors, and then location of reflectivity mirrors. Of course, mirrors are used for the reflection purpose. So this is one of the diagram which shows how it works. Here a cylindrical tube, in that atom is present. If we subject to high electric field to that atom, then electron get accelerate at high energy level. So it is reflected by the reflective mirrors, and then this photon energy is then transmitted or uh, transmitted to the reflective mirror, and then laser beams are radiated from that quartz flash tube. ज्यावेळेस ॲटम जे आहे हाय इलेक्ट्रिक फील्डला आपण सब्जेक्ट केल्यानंतर किंवा हाय इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड आपण अप्लाइड केल्यानंतर त्या ॲटममधून इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हे ॲक्सलरेट होतात हाय एनर्जी लेवलला, जे रिफ्लेक्टर्समधून ते इलेक्ट्रॉन्स रिफ्लेक्ट व्हायला स्टार्ट होतात आणि त्याच्यातून आपल्याला फोटॉन मिळतो. तोच फोटॉन 95% रिफ्लेक्टिव्ह मिरर थ्रू तो लेझर बीमला कन्वर्ट होऊन तिथून ते लेझर बीम किंवा रेज ते बाहेर पडायला स्टार्ट करतात. आणि याचाच वापर करून मग आपण वेगवेगळ्या कारणासाठी लेझरचा यूज करू शकतो. आणि हा ॲक्सलरेशन रेटमुळेच तो लेझर बीम फार अंतरावरती पोहोचू शकतो. Now it having various types, that is type of lasers. It is available in the type like liquid lasers, next one is gas lasers, then next is chemical lasers, then X-ray lasers, then next is semiconductor lasers, and last one is optically pumped solid state lasers. So these are the types which are available for the laser, which are based on the state of the material. Now the advantage of laser. Laser travels very long distance. It can be used for adding a beautification or improving the beautifulness. Then it is used in medical field or equipment also. It is also helpful in metal processing industries, that is for cutting or welding purpose. It having a disadvantage also. So let us see what are the disadvantages. So first one is it having a high cost. The next one is safety precautions. You have to needed to take the safety precautions. It can damage to human organ or organ. Addition with that, operating and control equipments are required, so that's why the cost will get high. Now the application, it is used for special light effects in media work, like for the film, theaters, etc. So here onto the stage by using lasers. It creates a various special effects in front of audience. So next one is special light effects in musical concern. These are the atmosphere in that musical concern which will be improved by the laser. Again, next one is for the stage show. For the stage show, there is a use of tremendous lasers. There is in surrounding areas there are laser various large laser beams. Now next one is in the medical field. It is used for the surgery purpose. So second picture shows the surgery is carrying out on the human eye by the doctors with the help of lasers. Next application is as a weapon in defense. So there are militants which are use guns with the is equipped with the lasers technology. Again, in the defense, a vehicle is embedded with the laser weapon. The next application is for metal cutting works or in metal processing industry. So here, with the help of laser, the metal being cutting in any size or in any shape when the nozzle is programming from the CNC. So we can get any kind of shapes into the metal. So this is how the laser cutting works. Here a laser resonators means the source of laser which are transmitted towards the beam bender mirror, and after reflecting from the mirror it will focuses towards the metal or towards the downward portion. So along with the nozzle or to create the nozzle over the metal, the laser gas is sprinkled over that nozzle. So sharp edge lasers become forms which will use to cut the metal in various shape. The next, this is how the metals are being cut by the lasers, and we get a various uh, fantastic shapes metals which are used for further application. So another one photo shows designed or various shape metals are get cut by the laser. So next one application is metal welding works. So cutting as well as welding process is to be done by the laser techniques also. So here with help of this laser welding is done by. So next application is the laser used in computer as well as in CD drive. All we know the CD drives, in that it consists disk drive motor, laser pickup assembly and laser sense. Then trackers or drive trackers. So with the help of the disk drive, the disk is rotated over the laser sense or laser lens. So from the laser, whatever the data is stored in the laser disk is then being transmitted towards the modulator, and modulator then modulates the data into analog signals or audio and video signals. So next point is selection criteria of different lamp. So there are various lamps as we study now. So according to that, what are the application for the lamps? Here are table shows the selection criteria for the different lamps, that is according to premises or according to use, what are the lamps are suitable to that concerned premises. So first one is general house illumination. For that purpose we can use or we can select incandescent lamp, fluorescent lamp, CFL or LED. Second one is outdoor illumination of building. For the outdoor illumination we can select halogen lamp. Next one is for the large garden we can also use or we can also select high pressure mercury vapor lamp, sodium vapor lamp, halogen lamp, etc. Then next one is for the cinema projectors. For that purpose arc lamps we have to select. Then next one is searchlight. For that purpose also we have to select arc lamp. Next one is parking areas. For car parking or vehicle parkings we have to use halogen lamp. The next application or the illumination area is airport runways. To navigate or to guide or to land the plane on the airports we have to use a focused lamp like halogen lamps. The next one is storage yard or railway yards. So into the yards we have to select low pressure sodium vapor lamp as well as high pressure mercury vapor lamp. Then for the street light we can use fluorescent lamp, CFL as well as LED as well as low pressure sodium vapor lamp or high pressure mercury vapor lamp. Then now for the shopping centers or for the commercial premises, for that purpose we can select high pressure mercury vapor lamp, fluorescent lamp or the LEDs. But for the commercial purpose the number of lamps which are used is more than the residential. So next area is for the industrial lighting. So for that purpose we use high pressure mercury vapor lamp, mercury iodide lamp. Then next for the medical instrument laser is being used. For the sports or the stadium metal halide lamp we have to select. The next for the as an indicator or for the night lamp we have to use neon lamp. The next for the metal processing industry we use lasers. The next for the advertising we use neon tubes that we are already seeing, the neon sign tubes over the shop, over the hotels, over the buildings, etc. Then for the next decorative treatment of building, for that decorative purpose we use LEDs as well as neon tubes. And last for the flood lighting, as a flood lighting we use halogen lamp or metal halide lamp. So these are the criteria of selection of different lamp according to the use or according to the illumination area. So here a question to you for the homework purpose, that is compare of different lamps. So you have to compare to all the lamps for the or onto the different particulars. Likewise, working principle, construction, requirement of starting gear, then next starting time, environmental friendly, life of that lamp, lumens per watt of that lamp, color of lamp, and cost of lamp, and the applications. So on which that basis you have to compare all the type of lamps what we see already in the previous as well as these videos. Okay, so here your second chapter is over. Thank you.